Today we'll be taking a look at the new black color for the Powkiddy V90. We'll compare it to the Game Boy Advance SP, and then take a quick look at some custom firmware for the device. Here we have the device itself. Removable battery, 4 shoulder buttons, volume wheel, Type-C charging and headphone jack, power slider, and removable SD card. That sounds really bad. This is some really cheap plastic. The buttons don't feel horrible. Here we have a screen full of emulators. Since this looks like a Game Boy Advance SP, I'm most interested in the Advanced Simulator. Right away, the screen looks really good on still images, but there's a ton of screen tearing going on while I go through the menu for the game. I've spent a few minutes playing, and at least in this game, the screen tearing is mostly in the menus, not so much during screenplay. The default display setting for Game Boy Advance is full screen, but you can set it to unscaled or scaled 3x2. We have our other emulators, a few built-in games, some random apps. One of the most annoying things about the V90 is that to power it off you have to shut it down in settings and then switch off the power. Now let's compare the V90 to the actual Game Boy Advance SP. Right off the bat, there's a huge difference in quality. The V90 just feels really cheap. Let's see how gameplay compares. The V90 is definitely brighter than the front-lit SP, but it's really got a good bit of screen tearing going on. Let's see if the V90 runs at the same speed as the Advance. We'll just wait for the Game Boy to go into the screensaver. Looks pretty much equal. A lot of people online say that this custom firmware I have on my SD card solves some of the annoyances of the V90. It's called MIYOO. I'll link the GitHub in the description. There's a few skin options in the stock firmware, but I like the ones here better. Having played a bit, I think the screen tearing is a little bit better, but it's definitely still there, especially in menus. I've also had a weird issue where the screen brightness changes randomly, not sure if that's in the firmware or hardware. Overall, I think that for $35 or $40, if you just want to fire up a couple of old games for nostalgia's sake, the V90 is definitely playable. But if you really want to spend some time playing through a game, you're probably better off with a more expensive handheld, or using your phone and a controller. You can also pick up a DS Lite for about the same price, which will play your Game Boy Advance games perfectly on a good backlit screen while feeling a lot higher quality than this device.